unlucky yard. On the island of Sodor, there are rather active places called yards. Here, engines will push, pull, and shunt trucks. Thomas still shunts in the yard to this day, but he doesn't do it as often, as he normally pulls his coaches Annie and Clarabelle. It's always busy, engines rushing to and fro. Sometimes they'll take in coaches, and sometimes they'll take in freight. Knapford Yard is one of the biggest yards on Sodor. In most cases, bigger is considered better, but not on Sodor. Sometimes there will be close calls with engines. Whoa, Stanley, watch out. Sorry, Edward. On Sodor, there is one peculiar lorry driver. He would never pay attention and was always reckless with what he did. One day, as he was driving, he came up alongside Flying Scotsman. He rolled over the track and was nearly hit by him. What a reckless lorry driver! He could have nearly smashed himself to bits. The lorry rolled up alongside. Oh, whatever, be quiet. I know what I'm doing, you stupid steam engine. Ugh, fine, suit yourself. And Flying Scotsman moved off. You're stupid. The next day, the lorry driver was driving along when suddenly he came across Edward. He was hit hard by him. He spun out and landed on his side. Edward came to a stop. The lorry was on its side and it was battered. A man's head poked out from the window. Soon he crawled out. Once he tried to get off the lorry, he fell over. Ouch, called the man. The man was the lorry driver. To make matters worse, a diesel was coming in, shunting some trucks. Came up to the lorry and hit it hard. The trucks derailed. It was a huge mess, but luckily no one was hurt. The driver came over to the diesel and talked severely to him. Look what you've done to my lorry. I can't believe how such unreliable things can run anymore. I'll tell the Fat Controller about this. And he did. The two were arguing. He would never do such a thing. Oh, but he did. The Fat Controller went to the accident. May I ask if you did this on purpose? No, sir. No, I didn't. I'll have to speak with that man later. He didn't do anything wrong. Pah! I believe you're just covering up for him. I'm telling you, he did nothing wrong. It wasn't on purpose. Yeah, sure. Little did anyone know, on the railway, there would be more bad luck in the yard. James was pulling a coach into the yard. In the yard, there are these weird X-tracks. They're called crossovers. It's so an engine can roll over from one line to another. James was steaming over this crossing when he was suddenly switched onto a siding. He was going too fast and hit some trucks in the siding. Cinders and ashes. What on Sodor just happened? Percy was pushing some trucks when all of a sudden... The engines had smashed together and lay in a giant tangled mess. Everyone knew this would take a long time to clean up. The following days, the mess was cleaned up over time. And on the last day, men were checking the tracks for any problems. While they were checking, they suddenly heard a loud, shrill whistle. It was Gordon. He steamed down the line. The workmen ran away frantically. Gordon suddenly steamed over the track. His wheels left the rails momentarily, but went back on. There were trucks. He smashed hard into them, but slowed down, just before going over the switch. Luckily, nobody was hurt, but the workmen were terribly frightened. Later that day, Gordon told the engines about his story. And then I hit the trucks hard. You already said that part, Gordon. Oh, and then I pushed the trucks over the switch, and you already said that too, Gordon. Here we were thinking the yard was unlucky.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
That's true. There was once a time when the yard was unlucky.
Huh?
Wait, what?
What?
When was this? I'll tell you some other time. And with that, the engines went to sleep disappointedly.